W Artist Happy Tuesday. We are into November, the 11th month of the year. Can you believe that? This year is almost over, and we are into our third week of being open. It's so great to have our Halloween on Zoom yesterday, which was really wonderful. And this week, you get a class from me today, a class tomorrow. I'm going out of town. I'm taking my one-woman show to San Diego. So in person, we'll have Pascal, and then there'll be encore class from me, a rerun on Friday. But I don't know what it is because when Alexander selects it, it'll be whatever. It'll be a surprise encore presentation, but as opposed to when I pick them, they're not surprises. So anyway, like I said, I am in LA in the early 1900s near Chinatown, and there is a reason why I'm here today. But before we do that, you know what we have to do on our Tuesday trivia? Do a little moving and grooving.
Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. Something's happening to me. My friends say I'm acting peculiar. Come on, baby, we better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. Oh, come along, baby, we better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart.
Great warming up, great moving and grouping to Fleetwood Mac. The super groups of the 70s, 80s, just iconic groups. We'll do a more moving and grouping to this than this week. So, as I said earlier, the image I'm in, my background is Chinatown in the early 1900s here in Los Angeles. So I have a black and white photo background image with buildings behind me. Again, the image of Chinatown in the early 1900s, the early part of the 20th century here in Los Angeles. I'm here today because our Tuesday trivia artist was born just about a block north of Chinatown. Her name is Anna May Wong, and she was the first Chinese American actress, silent film star who had filmed some silent films and then to television, she did theater, movies. She was born Wong Wu Song, that's her birth name, but she went by Anna May Wong. That's how she came into fame. I wanted to share her story because not a lot of people seem to know about her, and I think we should because of what she went through, some of the discrimination she faced as a Chinese actress trying to make her way in Hollywood in the early part of the 20th century. And a lot of us know and have learned about what it's like to be um, marginalized or discriminated either based on a disability or cultural identity. So I really wanted to share her story. Also on October 24th last week, a quarter with her images released, and she's one of 5 women in the United States that have their image on a quarter, and her quarter was released last week. So maybe you guys will get a quarter with a remarkable pioneering actress on the quarter. What I'm going to share is from a show called The American Masters, which tells her story. You'll see images of anime, images of her films, images of her story, and some of the difficulties she had to go through being a Chinese American actress. So really fascinating story. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the other side.
Anna May Wong is the most important Asian American actress, performer, style icon that we have ever had.
They say I don't act right, it's unladylike, how I wanna live my life.
1919, Los Angeles, California. 14-year-old Anna May Wong would skip school to go to the movies and to watch them being made.
Legend has it that Anna May Wong would hang around Hollywood film sets and that producers and directors would notice this curious Chinese child there.
I would worm my way through the crowd and get close to the cameras. I'd stare at these glamorous individuals, and then I would rush home and do the scenes I'd witnessed before a mirror.
Anna May Wong was born in 1905 near LA's Chinatown, where her father ran a laundry shop.
Wong attended a typical elementary school. She and her older sister Lulu received racial taunts.
The great game was to gather around my sister and myself and torment us.
Anna May Wong lived during a racially segregated time. There was real nativist sentiment around Chinese migration. And this resulted in the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act, which is the only immigration act to target a group by name.
Despite her family's strong disapproval, Wong dropped out of high school to pursue a full-time acting career.
I was determined to give myself 10 years to succeed. I felt the greatest happiness, like a rare flower in fields of sun.
The leading Chinese roles in Hollywood films were played by white actors made up in yellowface. They would be wearing makeup, very exaggerated costumes, and they would have their eyes taped to look more Asian. It's completely ghastly and horrifying.
That is the Hollywood Wong confronted when she starred, at age 17, in one of the first Technicolor films.
It's a silent film, but in it, she's amazingly eloquent. Her facial expressions, her ability to weep, her feistiness, despite this being a demure role in which she dies at the end. Pretty much anybody who saw this was very impressed.
I drained my emotions trying to live the part out. I hoped to represent my people worthily.
Wong's talents attracted director and actor Douglas Fairbanks, who cast her in his blockbuster movie, The Thief of Baghdad.
She had a crucial role. However, father disapproval moment, she wore a very scanty costume. She was at the cutting edge of what you might reveal in a Hollywood film, and it got her notice all over the world.
Wong began dating white actors and cultivated a public image as a sophisticated 1920s flapper.
Fashions are changing. Skirts are getting shorter, more form-fitting. Anna May Wong's body fits beautifully into those aesthetics. She's known for her haircut, the Anna May Wong bangs.
Despite her growing fame, Wong continued to be cast in supporting roles as either Madame Butterflies or Dragon Ladies.
It was a time of anti-miscegenation laws, so it was next to impossible to have Anna May Wong kiss on screen or marry a white man.
She really paved the way for me. As an Asian American woman in the entertainment industry, there have been times where there are roles that I would like to go out for, and they say they're looking for some other ethnicity or a white girl. I'm Jenna Ushkowitz, and I pursued a career in acting when I was 3. I'm known best for my role as Tina Cohen Chang on Glee.
But I really couldn't. I could never really. What I couldn't do was...
I've been pigeonholed into these roles where you have to be the sidekick or the tech nerd. There are this many roles in film and TV, and this many roles for Asian Americans, women.
In 1928, Wong reached a breaking point with Hollywood casting practices.
Wong was passed over for the lead role in the movie Crimson City, and to add insult to injury, was even told to teach the white lead how to use chopsticks.
There seems little for me in Hollywood because rather than real Chinese, producers prefer Hungarians for Chinese roles. Pathetic dying seemed to be the best thing I did.
Wong left for Europe.
She starred in a number of movies made in Paris, Berlin, and London. She starred in her first play, The Circle of Chalk, with a young Laurence Olivier. So she's getting opportunities in Europe that she didn't before.
When sound films arrived,
I tell you, he must not die.
Wong became fluent in both German and French to perform her roles in 3 languages.
Anyone who can speak Chinese can learn any other language.
In Berlin, Wong met rising movie star Marlene Dietrich, and they became friends.
Both women dressed in top hats and tuxedos. They're both associated with dangerous sexuality. Sexuality not necessarily contained by marriage or respectability.
I was hoping that you would take us in to dinner.
After Wong returned to the US in 1931, they starred together in Shanghai Express.
They play contrasting images of women of ill repute.
It will be a great day for China when that price is paid.
Wong lives at the end. So it's a real highlight of her career.
Don't do anything foolish.
But Hollywood discriminated against Wong again in 1935 when she tried out for the lead role in the biggest film about China to date, an adaptation of Pearl Buck's novel, The Good Earth.
Louise Rainier and Paul Mooney, both white actors, ended up as the leads. And Wong was asked to try out for the only evil character.
If I please you.
She's like, no, I won't do this.
You are asking me to play the only unsympathetic role in the picture, featuring an all-American cast portraying Chinese characters. I had to refuse.
She does not sit around and sulk. She says, to hell with Hollywood. She hires her own cinematographer and makes her own film.
Wong spent 1936 filming a documentary of her travels in China.
Although I've been to many, many places in the world, this first and only trip I made to China was the most meaningful.
Returning from China, Wong signed a contract with Paramount Pictures and finally got to play some more nuanced roles.
I can get information that Mr. Lee can't get.
This picture gives Chinese a break. We have sympathetic parts for a change. To me, that means a great deal.
I was working with Hunter Arnold as producer of Once on This Island, which was coming back to Broadway with a really diverse cast. It won us a Tony, which never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd have a Tony Award. And I thought about all the younger generations that feel like they have these skills but can't get a foot in the door. So Hunter created the Uplift Initiative, which is for underrepresented producers, and has mentored us along the way. I want to see a show that says we can have 4 Asian actresses on this show. With inclusivity comes equality. And that, to me, is where I hope we're headed.
Wong contributed to the war effort before and during World War II by auctioning off her movie costumes. Film work was hard to come by, and she suffered from depression and alcoholism. Having never married, she lived with her brother in her Santa Monica home.
Professional life is quiet on all fronts. One wonders if one is going to work again.
In the 1950s and 60s, Wong appeared in several TV shows.
That's the last you'll see of Captain Connors.
She picked herself up. She kept going. She worked in any way she could.
Wong was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1960. She was to act in The Flower Drum Song, the first major Hollywood film with a mainly Asian American cast. But she died at age 56 of a heart attack after battling cirrhosis of the liver. She left a legacy of some 60 films.
Anna May Wong had a huge artistic range. Her ability to survive in a racially segregated and sexist world speaks to how audiences could see beyond what Hollywood could see. In Hollywood, things are better than they used to be, but they are nowhere near where they should be.
Yellowface has evolved from the time of Anna May Wong, but I don't think it's fully gone away yet. And that needs to change.
Success is not a jewel that you can purchase and keep for your entire life. On the contrary, the brightest star can fall down at any time and fade away into dust.
They say I don't act right. It's unladylike how I wanna live my life.
Subscribe for more amazing stories of unsung, unladylike women every Wednesday. Just hit the subscribe button in the window.
Very good, very lovely, guys. I found that really powerful, and also the impact he had on other Asian and Chinese American actresses working today, like Ursula Betts, who is on Glee. So I really wanted to honor her legacy, and I really loved learning about her because she was an actress I didn't know about. So I'm really glad that I got to learn about her and got to share that today with you. So, bonus question number 1. Where was Anna May Wong born? What city? Bonus question number 1. Where was Anna May Wong born? So what city was she born in? Okay, and this is again, you can ask Google. You can get on your phone and say, Google, where was she born? So these are questions. You have a smartphone and maybe you can borrow it and you can either look it up or ask Google or Siri or Alexa. And bonus question number 1, where was Anna May Wong born? So what city? Bonus question number 2, name of film Anna May Wong was in. Name of film Anna May Wong was in. So again, bonus question number 1. Where was Anna May Wong born? Bonus question number 2. Name of film Anna May Wong was in. Alright guys, you know what you do. You send your bonus question, your answers. You call me at 323-364-2478. Or you email me at dejclass@gmail.com. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, guys, thank you. This is more moving and grooving. And have a great day, alright?
You go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of the loneliness, how the heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost.